So we're done talking about the content market. So who they're actually the one who seeks to create a relevant uses or reasons for people to go online. So they are the reason why people, especially people na enriched pa sa internet will go online. Just like me, what is my experience? I go online, I use Como just because for PBB, and that is because of their content that they created with madami nuts. Idol na idol. So the retail market, the third one, they're the people that helps, or they are the market that helps people discover the internet and how vast it is. So it is also acts as the sales and service arm of the internet industry. So there are three retail mechanisms that can bring more people online. So the first of these mechanism is consultative selling channel. So maybe you're asking, saan ako kumukuha dun sa mga sinasabi ko? Actually, I'm just actually reading the module that you have there. And the maker of this slide presentation is not including the mechanism. But anyway, later on, I will flash on the slide what are these mechanisms. Okay, so there, consultative selling channel. An example of which consultative selling channel is learning centers such as the school, AMA, or AMA, which can make people know and appreciate technology through shared devices and pooled access. So the second of this mechanism is the low cost or free discovery of the internet through brand or subscriber subsidized access. So meaning tie-ups with brands to shoulder the cost of access for a short durations. And a lot more. So the final mechanism, by going back to the low cost and free discovery, that is also the itong product natin with public places wherein the government imposed. All right. So this, the final mechanism is for the retail market to offer simplified value propositions. So the likes of which are bundled content and access plans, programs or plans with internet connections, like for example, FB10, so that we can facilitate on the internet events, or we can access the internet. And this can actually provide clarity to us, new users or old users, on the benefits of the internet or how and what they are getting for the amount that they are paying. Value propositions, what you can get by availing this load, FB10. So you can have 1 gig for 1 day. 1 gig ba? Tama ba ako? Hindi kasi ako magamit ng FB10 eh. Sure, I'm paying a plan for like 1,000 plus per month. But we are very much thankful about those tawag nito, value proposition plans wherein we can access internet through a low cost. So this, yan, as what I have said a while ago, this can provide clarity and easy access. So this also makes the internet service distribution easier in most markets. An additional mechanism for this universal inclusion is the disruptive technologies. This actually, the disruptive technologies bring the hardest to reach market or people online. These are the people na parang ang hirap talaga abutin sa internet. Like people in islas or in the places na walang cell sites and they cannot connect to internet. So these are people in remote places without access to the modern transport or transportations, electricity, or even retail infrastructure. So further advancement and innovation is needed. No? Napaka-needed talaga, sir. So, yun. So that they can be rich. There actually, imagine there are 56% people that are still not using internet. Eh, kahit yung iba dyan, tigda-dalawa na yung Facebook account, Instagram. So although the primary focus to these innovations may be to reach the last unconnected 500 million. Imagine 500 million. Those who are already connected will also benefit through this mechanism. Ano yun? Disruptive technology. So reaching out people who are unreached, yung hindi pa naabot. Technological breakthroughs for this last 500 million will be used to improve the quality and efficiency of connectivity for those who already have access to the internet. Pero here in the Philippines, there are only few people who can access the internet at the nicest speed. Kasi minsan tayo, we experience low speed. But can you imagine this, that we can already do that? So here, in summary, andito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. So these are the combinations of the three critical and interdependent markets. So these are the mechanisms. Okay, so when we say mechanism, these are the key indicators or the must-dos and to-dos for these three independent markets, such as the retail markets. It works. This you can actually do content. Then you can also show your talent on Kumo and TikTok or whatever app that you need to or you wish to use to show and build more national, but hopefully in the Philippines as well. Pero knowing our connectivity issues here, parang we are not good yet about putting database. Fulfill the need for education materials and services. So improve social service offerings, provide economic opportunity. Everyone can sell online, build more consultative distribution channels, e-learnings, and video tutorials, and reduce discovery costs. Before, when doing research, you really have to go through a place and then interview the respondents in that place. But today, imagine that we can already do a data mining online. So our research or discovery is being reduced. Simplify the value propositions, making easy and disrupting for the last $500 million. Reaching the unreached facts here. Given today's technological advancement, would it be possible to end poverty? Sige nga. Is it possible to end the global poverty tomorrow? No, sir. Hindi pwede yan. Kahapon, I was poor. Today, I am also poor. Tomorrow pa kaya? Hindi naman. Okay. Actually, tomorrow here says or talks about our future, which is nearer from now. Okay. Very good. The future. So what are we going to do? What are the possibilities? What are the steps that we need to do in order for this poverty to end tomorrow? The future. To be, at gagawin lang natin yung future. Kasi ano tayo, maguluhan tayo kasi bukas mayaman na tayo. There is no rich get quick. O, saan na yun? There are no rich quick or get rich quick scheme. Yun. Nabubulol kasi ako. So, with the use of technology in the right way and a very well end global poverty. Talaga? So these are the following that technology should elevate our poverty. Blockchain. Do you know what is blockchain? O mag-team building daw tayo. Okay, so blockchain, these are the public records of transport or transactions made in cryptocurrency, such as Bitcoin. I'm sure you know this, guys. So Brian Singer, a William Blair partner named Brian Singer, predicted in 2015 that emerging markets will be served well by having access to a cheap and transparent payment system through blockchain. So a transparent ledger, blockchain prevents falsified land deeds from stealing the land of small farmers. Blockchain does not need a physical building, can save foreign aid money, and through the data provided, it can optimize a developing economy. So aside from this idea, we can actually become rich or earned money from blockchain. And there are a lot of cryptocurrencies at hand. O, sino dito yung nagmamine ng mga cryptocurrencies? There are free banks. Now, every time we purchase, we can use cryptocurrencies. So another one is smart survey boxes. Smart survey boxes. This box collects data on energy quality and more outage. So at first, smart survey boxes would seem to be an unlikely candidate that can help end poverty. It is important to note that during a crisis event, having the right data could be what separates best response from a wrong actions. Why? Because we can, forecast the future by employing exact data from the past. And that is something that we enjoyed nowadays. Especially take a look at Pag-asa. It is automated informations na nagamit natin to forecast something in the futures. And this collations leaves very little room for human error and minimizes or even eliminates placing volunteers in unsafe areas. So going back to my example, iPhone, it only leaves a very little room for human errors because of the data that we use to analyze forecasting where the next area is for the typhoon, kung saan siya maglaland. So everyone can prepare already. GMO, or the genetically modified crops, although the impact of GMOs on the other organisms has not been extensively studied and well documented, a study by Penn State concluded that the technology may be more appropriate for farmers that have difficulty spraying pesticides and herbicides. So it's easy to prove that it is beneficial to third world, such as, Philippines and developing nations aside from us. Why GMO? Because we can actually modify the nutrients that we can get from the fruits. Kasi kung i-commercialize natin yan, we apply video games. Despite the negative effects of video games, the games have immense teaching potentials when executed positively. Okay, hindi yung nakakasira ng mentality. Lalo na kapag addictive game, nako, hindi na mag-aral yan. Nasa game na lang, naka-hook all day long. So an example of this, a good game, is an initiative in India described by the United Nations that taught English to children through mobile phone games. Similar projects in Somalia actually taught money management skills and boosted job training and placement through mobile games. So there is a promising futures if mobile games is just being created or executed positively. Hindi yung nakakamatay at nakakaubos ng pira. Mali yun. Take a look at this. If there are only video games wherein you can also learn something from your courses, then why not taking that game rather than attending VCs? Diba? So these 4 technologies here may help end global poverty. If you are still skeptical, now I would tell that you have to do a research how these 4 technologies would end that poverty.